down to the nitty gritty here. Round of 8. Then we got Georgia and Tennessee. This is a bad blood rivalry, and we're actually going to start off with some questions. But first of all, I want to introduce the man whose season was ended by the Georgia Bulldogs last time out. I believe his debut broadcast, Mr. Pablo Escobar, not at all related to the one from Colombia. How you doing today, Mr. Pablo?
I'm doing good. Excited to watch a good football game, second round of the playoffs. Two teams I've seen and I'm familiar with, so should be a good game.
All right. And my sideline reporter, honestly, at this point, the most trusted one in the game, Mr. Tiger NASCAR, head coach of the Charlotte 49ers. How are we doing today, Mr. Tiger?
Hello, can you guys hear me today?
Yeah, we got you.
I'm doing great. I just got word that we got our first commit of the season, and probably the first of many, to be honest. And I'm excited for this game, though, first off.
Yeah. Building something special. Now, pregame questions. I just want to go over to the head coach of Tennessee first. How pumped up is Ball Nation for this one after, you felt like you were robbed in Sanford? You get a chance to play them on a neutral site, and the stakes have never been higher in this rivalry.
Blood. They want damn blood. That's all they want. They want to beat that B2A. B2A. Hell State. B2A.
B2A. All right, and we go over to Mr. Masopes. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of trash talk from the Tennessee side. You didn't deserve it. You don't deserve to be here. This is an inferior this is an inferior Bulldog team, and they just think they're going to walk in because you don't have the Bulldog faithful behind you here, and they're going to dominate this game. How pumped up are the boys for this one?
I mean, it's just another game, I think. Just another game.
All right. Does anybody else have any pre-game questions for the coaches?
I do want to say something, though. I do want to say
Ooh,
something.
all
The
right.
reason why I say it's just another game is back when I originally had Georgia picked, people said, oh, he's not going to make the playoffs with Georgia, and we're going to laugh at him. Well, I made the playoffs. When I was about to play McCard, people were going to say, oh, he's about to blow him out. Well, I beat McCard. People said whenever I was about to play Florida in this past playoff game, Pablo was going to beat me by like 2 touchdowns. Well, I beat him too. So just taking the approach of it's just another game and not thinking about losing the other games that we did lose to, like Auburn and Florida. That's what it is. It's easy for us. McCard gave us a really tough game, but that's what the approach has to be. Their guys are all hyped up and doing smelling salts in the locker room and stuff. It's just another game for us.
All right. Now the floor's open. Do you guys have any questions for the coaches before we get kicked off here?
Yeah, I've got a question for the Tennessee coach. I hear the B2A stuff coming from the Tennessee. Are y'all going in this game with a Patrick Beverly approach, mindset?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No doubt.
Awesome. And y'all both seem confident. I hear confidence in the voice of the Georgia coach, and then the way you come out, McCard, it sounds like y'all both confident in y'all's team getting the victory.
Got to be confident. If you ain't confident, you're probably not sitting in the playoffs. You got to have that level of swagger and confidence to carry yourself to a different level.
That's it for me.
All right.
I guess I'll ask a question to Ms. Soaps. I hear some of the coaches might be in the war room back in Atlanta where the hurricane is. Is there any worry about the hurricane perhaps cutting connections here?
Yeah, possibly. From the advisories actually changed. From right here, I'll get the exact. From 1:47 a.m. until 4:47 a.m., I am labeled as extreme. In the extreme area of half of a hurricane. So, we'll see what happens. We've got some time in between that. I can hear the wind, the sound of the wind crashing outside. So we'll see if a tree falls through in the middle of this game. We'll see if we lose power. We don't know. But we're going to be in the game the whole time. So if we do lose power, there's not going to be any kind of force loss coming our way or anything. It'll be a rematch. This game will not get out of hand in any circumstances for us.
Playing through the elements. We do want to wish our prayers and our thoughts to all those that are going to be in the way of the hurricane tonight. Do pray for y'all's safety over there in Georgia, and I believe it's hitting Florida too. It's got to hit Florida. Um, safety to that. I know that there have been some cancellations this weekend, some worries about some of the football games held over there in real life. I know State's women's soccer team had a game canceled today in South Carolina because of the hurricane, but we'll see how that goes. But just thoughts and prayers to everybody in the path of the storm, as here come the Tennessee Vols. Oh man, it is a sight. It's just orange on one side and then red and black on the other. This stadium is split 50-50, it seems. Here in Arizona. So both these teams got out of the path of the hurricane for this game.
Caleb, who are we? Let's do some predicting here.
I'm going.
About the game's about to be kicked off. What are we thinking is going to
I'm going
take place?
McCard 31, Mason 30 on a last play touchdown scrambled by Nico.
I'm just going to say, if Mason scores first, I think Mason wins. If Mason scores first, he wins. He scores first, and then he runs the ball down Tennessee's throat. But
Right.
I am not too confident in him scoring first with McCord getting the ball. But I say it's going to be a close game. Overtime, maybe, but it's going to be
Right. Yeah.
Georgia 27, Tennessee 24.
All right. Well, here we see just something that has been killer all year for any defense that goes up against the Vols. The spread out offense is just causing the middle of the field to be wide open, as Dylan Sampson's going to get that ball to about midfield to the 47, and they're going to run hurry up here.
See, it looks a lot like what happened in the game, the Florida-Tennessee game, and even the Mississippi State-Tennessee game. You just got to find something that can take away the middle of the field with these inside zone runs that Tennessee runs. The middle of the field is wide open.
Yep. Sampson. Amalata. He's got a man. Picked
off on
makes
the
the
one.
interception. Just underthrown by Nico. And
Wasn't
a big
underthrown.
turnover to start this game.
I think that's a matter of athlete. I know that's a matter of Georgia's secondary. Good play call from
well,
from the head
ball in
coach
the
of Georgia
one.
there.
Does
But
Tennessee send pressure and try to get a safety here? Here we go. Carson Beck surveying the field. Play clock ticking down. Beck gonna drop back to throw. Oh, he has a man! Oh, he overthrows it. That was an overthrow. You just can't have that. That's a 99-yard touchdown. If he's able to hit that throw, Beck just not having a good moment there to start this game. You know, there's pressure from the edge there, but he's got to hit that throw.
you know, that's a throw that a
No.
preseason Heisman contender has got to make in a game like this.
Yep. And now the run's only going to get one. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
That was an interesting play call on first down from Georgia. A lot of times,
Oh, yeah.
whenever a team is backed up up against their own end zone, you're just trying to get space.
Tight end dealt. He hits him this time. First down UGA. And they're going to run hurry up here. You know, it's why was Georgia in the shotgun in their own end zone? We may never know, but they're going to survive. And now Etienne going to go to work, going to break a couple tackles. Etienne thrown to the ground after a gain of 7. And now here comes the hurry up offense again. Beck gets in formation. Looking over to the left side of the field, trying to make an audible. Beck dropping back to throw, throwing over the middle. He's got Smith. Smith's going to get the first down and a gain of 8. And we're still hurrying up here.
You know, we're kind of watching Georgia play Tennessee's game. The inside zone run, the no huddle.
Yep. Good play by the linebacker there to hold Etienne to a gain of 2, and they're going to go back into the huddle and try to figure something else out here. All right, Beck takes the snap, drop back to throw. It's a screen pass. He gets it to him. Etienne going to get a first down and maybe more. Pulled down at the 47.
Good play call.
Here comes Etienne, not on the field. It's Robinson here. Motion to the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Love. It's a jet sweep. Love it. Going to hit a spin move. Love it going to be pulled down just shy of the marker, but the ball is on the Tennessee side of the field now.
2nd and 1 for Georgia.
Here we go, Beck. Making some adjustments here at the line. Play clock down to 10. Now he snaps it back. Just going to take it over the middle of Delt. First down, and they're going to pull him down at the 37. No answer.
Georgia's doing a good job taking what they can get. Not forcing throws down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Which
has
is
been
what
no answer, and Etienne's going to get another first down. No second
kept
answer.
me and Florida in the game in the first half last week is forcing throws down the field from Georgia. And I imagine we're not going to see much of that here.
You know, you just got to wonder, will he throw the ball
2nd and inches
deep in this game? And Etienne's going to get a first down, hop over a man, pull down the 18. A 99-yard touchdown drive might be cooking here for the Georgia Bulldogs.
See, and that could also be a big-time announcer jinx there from you, Caleb. Who knows?
We'll see. Beck in the shotgun formation. Beck surveying the middle, throws over to, what is that guy's name? Ubisoft. Yursek makes the grab. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
That was the first pass where there's really been nothing. And he didn't force it.
Sweep. Love it. Gonna force the inside. He
open.
might get this to the end zone. The 5. He's pulled down at the 1. And that will take us to the second quarter. Tiger, tell us what you're seeing on the sideline.
Well, you guys mentioned that it was I don't know if you can hear me. Hopefully you can.
We got you.
Do we have a copy? Thank you. You know, Pablo, you mentioned that it was not really a Heisman caliber throw. That's a touchdown from Carson Beck. Actually, on that first play of the drive, I think, when he missed a 99-yard touchdown. But
and he's hit the Heisman pose on you as you're talking bad.
That was a Heisman-winning drive, though. 99 yards. He kept his composure, and that is how you win championships.
See, I did say this. I said, if Georgia scores first, I see them taking the victory. If he gets a stop right here and gets the ball back, it could be big for him.
You've got to score here. If you're Tennessee, you do not want to get left behind.
He did drive the field easily, then forced one deep, thought he had him. A little bit of underthrow, but an awesome play from the safety.
Cold shoulder by Munden.
Big hit from Munden. That is not something you'd love to see on your RB1. That's a first down. Take it to the 37.
Ball's coming out in 5 wide here. Georgia saw something they don't like. They're going to change here at the line. Nico just going to take it himself up the middle. Hit it. A hard hit. He hangs on.
Munden's going to get it. Munden's going to force a fumble at some point if he keeps doing that. If he keeps laying hits like that, there might be a ball put on the ground. But I seen that play call coming. I seen it from a mile away once he went into empty. That's a play that Tennessee likes to run.
Always got State's first down volunteers here. Sampson gonna have a wide gap. Could have drove a freight truck through there. First down, Tennessee. Timeout, UGA.
See, Tennessee has had no trouble driving the ball down the field this entire game within the first two drives. First drive, they went all the way down to about the 30 and then threw up a deep ball, got picked. But looks like they're taking this drive a little bit more conservative, a lot more runs, and then one shot play. But
You saw there earlier, Nico, currently 5th in the country in passing yards on the season. Nico gonna drop back to throw. He throws it into the linebacker's coverage.
Risky pass. A good user from Masopes right there. But if he could have forced a turnover, that would have been huge for the Georgia Bulldogs. Maybe if it was Bonded
Gotta
Jr.,
find
it's
something
big.
on 3rd and 9. They're gonna run this football, and that is just
fourth and-
Georgia being Georgia.
Fourth down. It
Nazir
looks like he's got to
Stackhouse.
settle
He's gonna
for
settle
three.
for 3. That's not what you needed. Do we see a fake here on 4th and 10?
The analytics.
He missed
It's
it.
wide right.
He missed it. Just
A big stop for the Georgia
the
Bulldogs.
sophomore just shanks it right. Tennessee comes up empty on their
What are we
first 2
looking at
drives
right
of
here
the
in this
game.
drive from the Georgia Bulldogs, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm
What are you
screwed.
expecting?
Pure domination. It's been everything goes your way. And don't forget, they get the ball back at halftime. This could get ugly. If they score here and then get the ball back and score again.
That's a 3-touchdown game, and that's hard to come back from when you have Georgia's fronts or their offensive line that you can just run behind.
Yep. Beck going to be pulled down, though. Good
big
blitz
sack.
there. Andre Turnitin on the sack there. The safety getting into the backfield. That was really risky sending your safety on a blitz there, but it works out. Now 3rd and long. You have to get off the field here. Play clock winding down to 5. Beck dropping back. He has a man. It's
Beautiful
love
ball
it.
from Beck.
First down.
Love it. First down. That's
And it
that's
will be the
huge.
2-minute warning.
See, I am not. I don't know. Maybe I'm partial because I watched what Georgia did to me on the run, but I watched Georgia.
Uh-oh. Going deep to Smith. He's got him. Touchdown.
Making me
That
eat
is
my
just, you
words.
cannot press. You can't do it.
I was about to tell
Golden
I'd
Horse Rope
recommend
is
Georgia
fucking
sticking to
ass.
the run game, but if he keeps doing it like that, then there's not much anybody can do.
You know, honestly,
being
if you're
honest.
Tennessee, at least with this way, you've got some chance to put some points on the board before halftime.
I would not be surprised if they do put points on the board quick right here. They drove down the field twice quickly, just stalled out on the other side of the field.
You know, we heard pregame from Coach McCard that it was B2A. It was belt to ass. And so far, it has been belt to ass.
Yeah, I was going to say it has been.
But just not what I'm sure Coach McCard was envisioning when he said that. Nico. Uh-oh. Oh, he had a man wide open. Brew McCoy was waving for the ball.
Just not
Nico
enough time to get the
just
ball out.
can't get the ball out.
When you send, I mean, it's a risky blitz, but when you have the man, if you can man up with Georgia's DBs and send blitz, I'd be confident in my DBs to guard. And then pressure's definitely
Now
going to get
3rd and
home with
long.
the guys they have.
Georgia calls timeout. They want this ball back. They want to score again before half. Nico, QB draw, not going much anywhere. It's 4th and 3. What are we
down.
saying here? I mean, do you go for it? Do you dare?
How confident?
They're
We're
not
in punt
confident.
formation. Is it the analytics? Does he fake it? He will be kicking it out to him. Love it. Back to receive it. He will be
Love
able to
it.
return it.
He's returned a couple punts this year, pulled down at the 36, though.
That's pretty good field position. Definitely enough time to go and score. I mean, if Carson Beck's playing like this, the defense is playing like this, there's not much you can do.
Short pick up there. Second and 7. Clock is ticking. Beck.
Oh my goodness.
Picked off
That's
by
huge.
Herning. It went off of Beck's helmet, and Herning gonna take it to the
James
house.
Pierce. James Pierce
crazy.
forcing the
And
incompletion
some
or the
life
interception right there. James
for
Pierce
the
forcing it.
Tennessee Vols. Just
You know,
the last thing Georgia needed.
you expected James Pierce to get home at some point. James Pierce made a play, made his mark, forcing the bad pass from Beck, and then the pick from the defensive lineman taken for 7. That's a big
All right, a
play
minute
for
15 here.
Tennessee. I mean, you hate to see it, really. You'd have liked to see
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee score in a better way than that, but
Points for points at the end of the
points are
day.
points.
Oh my goodness, he's got
Oh
Evans.
my goodness, what a catch!
I believe that
head
receiver
coaching
has
from
98 speed.
the head
Just
coaching.
wow.
Did you see he subbed him in just for that play? The head coaching.
Call it try hard, call it whatever you like, but it's got him on that. He went from 25 to 25 yard line in one play, and now to the 17. I'm sure that one will be.
You can call it try hard, but if Florida had a guy like that, he would be used.
He would be used. First down. I can hear a beer cracking. I can only imagine who's cracking it. Beck dropping back to throw. He's got time. Gonna scramble and touchdown. A dangerous throw. I'm not gonna lie. 24 could have picked that.
I don't get it. How it wasn't?
I thought he had the pick. I seen it as he threw it. I was thinking this is gonna end up being a game, but
It's a good thing I'm
going
muted
back
right
up-
now.
you're not muted right now.
I muted myself to say that. There's been a lot of words said.
Oh. Well,
Headsets they've been through 5 headsets and 4 clipboards today for Josh Heupel.
maybe we switch to another NBA player's attitude for the second half. What NBA player are we thinking? Or I'll let you score a touchdown right here, but I'll ask you at halftime.
I think you gotta have the Kobe Bryant mentality. To never take no for an answer.
Hey, that is his mentality, but then when you think about it, who has had the greatest?
Oh, fumble. Oh my goodness, the offensive lineman just whiffs. And he gets
gosh.
in. He's at
Can't-
the 1.
Yeah,
Just-
it can't make
a,
this up. Golden horseshoe up his fucking ass.
Just a catastrophe. This is just a
We're not muted.
catastrophe. It is.
Oh, I know I
It
wasn't
is-
muted.
Okay, and
That's
Beck
horseshit.
touchdown. It is belt to ass in the first half. It's just been everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. 28-7. Wow. The fumble. You got to think though. The very first drive, the interception, and then the fumble just then, and then what else has happened? The should have been pick in the end zone. Those are just 3 plays that are hard to come back from.
This is similar to what happened to me. I drove down the field, first drive, drove
Nico
way down
scrolling
the
out.
field,
He's
and
gonna
then
scramble, make a man miss. Nico gonna get across the 50. Nico got a scramble and all the way down to the 42.
it's a big run from Nico using his legs.
You need points. You need points in the worst way possible here.
What I was saying, I drove down the field. Florida drove down the field and then threw a pick 6. So Georgia's a bend don't break team.
Nico over the middle. That could have been intercepted. Thornton.
Risky ball.
But at this point, you got to throw risky balls if you want to get back in this ball game.
We're in the red zone. This is
points. This is points either way. Even if you play it safe, this is points. So you can't mess up and throw a pick or fumble the
Yeah,
football
I
here.
was about to say Tennessee has turned the ball over a couple times, and
Oh, might have had the crossing route. Nico going to throw it anyway off his back foot. White, 8 seconds to go. They call timeout.
I mean, what are you doing right
A
here?
linebacker's keeping up with Squirrel White right now.
If you're the head coach of this Tennessee team, are you playing it safe,
No, I'm
or are
probably
you?
cursing and opening up a couple beers.
But
Over the middle.
oh, what
Touchdown.
a dart from
Touchdown.
Nico! I mean,
Good throw from Nico. Nathan Leacock, the freshman.
freshmen scoring touchdowns in college football playoff moments. Well,
5 seconds to go.
if we weren't restarting, it may be big for his development, but we were
We
starting, so
weren't
I guess it doesn't matter.
restarted. Oh, man. 5 seconds to go here. Kicks it to the back of the end zone. Does he take it out? No, he's going to kneel it for one last play here. Now, I think that we're going to take a knee and go to the locker room. I think that's the smart thing to do. 28-14. So I'll let you ask McCard the questions, Pablo. Coach Masopes, how are we feeling after that dominant first half?
Just zero mistakes. Even the incompletion, Carson Beck made the throw in time to get the ball out of his hand for it to be an incompletion, and somehow James Pierce makes a play. So, that's what happens when you got the other guy there, right there. But that's a little bit of luck draws your way. I think I got a little bit of luck on the very next drive, very next play, I'd say. I forced a fumble on him, got the defensive touchdown. But yeah, just haven't had any mistakes.
All right, Pablo, you're down there with McCard on the sidelines.
Okay, McCart, I know it's difficult. I was in this similar situation with Georgia last week, just being out-athleted at the front seven. But you came into the game with a Patrick Beverly mentality, and it's not worked out for you. What NBA player are we going to try to be like in the second half?
Kobe, job's not just Kobe. Kobe mentality some way, somehow. Find a way. I'm driving the ball on him.
Answer?
No, I'm just got to keep going. I'm driving the ball. Driving the ball is not the issue. Just the exact opposite of what just Mason said. Too many damn mistakes.
Too many mistakes. I agree with you. You have not had trouble getting the ball down the field. The run game's been working. I mean, you've even had a few big passes. It's just been the costly mistakes from Nico.
There's James Pierce. Do we see a pass thrown this drive?
If I was Georgia's head coach, I'd say no, and I would throw chew clock on if I was head coach of Georgia, and I would not run the ball. I mean, I would not throw the ball. Do exactly what he did against Florida. But
well, he's going to pass the ball right here. He's going to be hitting his toes, almost picked off again. 3rd and 11. You have to get this stop here if you're Tennessee. This is a must-stop play right here. They need to summon this energy from the hills of Rocky Top.
Can we see an arm punt right here?
From the foothills of the Smokies in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. They need a stop here. 3rd and 11, back. Shotgun formation. It's a screen pass. Throw to Etienne. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. He's going to get the first down. That is just gut punching.
Just nothing going for Tennessee right here. Just a broken tackle.
Tiger, talk to me. What's the vibe? How we feeling? All right, we lost Tiger.
He's on the Tennessee sideline. That's what it sounds like on the Tennessee sideline. That's just live from the Tennessee side of the field.
All right, well, we're already halfway through this 3rd quarter. The O-lineman can't get out of the way. 3rd and 9. Just got to find a way off the field.
Are we back? I think we might be back.
Yes, okay. Tiger, tell me how we're feeling.
That Tennessee sideline was pretty depressing. That's why we went out for a second, I have to say. But they did come in the locker room with a little bit of momentum. It's really kind of shifting back towards Georgia way. But in other news, we have another game going on, as you might know. Boise State at West Virginia. Boise State is winning 42-8, 28. And 16 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Of course, the winner of that game will go on to play the winner of Ohio State and Louisville.
Wow, thank you for the score update. Boise State, the Cinderella run, will it continue over West Virginia? But we got a 4th and 6, and we're going for it. Just trying to put the nail in the coffin here early in the game. Beck, shotgun
Analytics.
formation. Beck dropping back to throw. He misses him. Evans dives for it, can't get a hand on it. And now if you're Tennessee, you scoot up a little bit here. You got the ball at midfield. You have a chance to get back into this game with a score right here.
Caleb, what do you think? What do you think about that call from the Soaps? Do you agree with the call to go for it?
I just don't. I'm sorry, but I just don't agree. You punt, you pin him back deep, so that way at least he has to make a long drive, and you get the ball back with the lead with 3-4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I'm in the same boat. I'm 100% punting that ball and trying to pin him deep.
All right, 3rd and 3 here. We're definitely in 4-down territory. It's do or die time for the Vols. Sampson
No
can get
need
the
for
first down. All right, you got to go quick. Ideally, you score before the fourth quarter begins. Sampson on the run again.
The fourth quarter could be like a timeout in itself, keeping Georgia from running too much time off the clock.
Yep.
Because I could see a Georgia 6-minute drive out of Georgia.
Easily. It is. They have the O-line and the backs to do it. Nico, QB sneak, QB draw, gets a push, doesn't get it. 3rd and 1, puts his hands on his head in dismay.
Risky not to fall down right there because a turnover
kills the game.
Game's over. But you do want the first down, but
13 seconds. Oh, he might have had him. Those to Sampson, makes the grab.
Risky ball in double coverage, but it works out.
Threw it behind his back. That might be the last play. Wait, they might get up to the line here. 2, 1, clock runs out. He had 19 over there open, too. If he
here we go.
Couldn't get the snap off. You got to score quick here. You need to give Georgia this football back with 5 minutes left.
Georgia players holding up fours. It is the fourth quarter here.
Here we go. Nico.
At the Fiesta Bowl.
In shotgun formation by himself in the backfield. Another QB draw. Nico hangs on to it, only gains 2. I think, honestly, it might be time to abandon that call. He gets up a little funny there. Something may be wrong with his shoulder chest area.
The chest area is looking like maybe the wind's knocked out of it. It hit the ground hard. Who knows? But
we're running the football. 7 here, gets a push. I'm not a fan of the run, honestly. I'm not a fan of the
QB run. The QB run, I'm not a big fan of that in this situation. It works for him. It really works for him usually, but right now
we're running the football again. Sampson gonna get the first down. You gotta hurry up.
I get
these
it.
little 3-4 yard runs are nice, but they're not gonna save this game, I'm afraid. There's Stackhouse. They're gonna shut it down now. Now you have to throw the ball. They're going to have to throw this ball into the end zone. I just don't think they can run it in here at this point in the game. Wilson picked. Oh, my goodness. He read it like a book, like a novel. Wilson running it back. Makes a man miss. Hits stick down at midfield. Wilson, just the speed. Raylan Wilson.
You see the closing speed on him?
And now, if you're Georgia,
that was insane. That's an NFL
you
prospect.
can just run this football down their throats and go to the college football playoff semifinals.
I promise you he will be playing on Sundays.
What are we feeling?
Do you have me?
We have you.
We're on the Tennessee sideline. To be honest, I'm not sure if these Tennessee fans know where they are. They're that many beers deep into the game right now, but for the ones that look like they're semi-sober, they are not very happy with the performance of this team. They are calling for the head coach's job, I believe, if I'm hearing correctly. But 4th down, I believe. We'll see what the analytics say.
4th down.
The analytics say you punt the football, but
Punt
that's
the
why
Are they saying fire Coach Akard? McCart? Are they saying fire?
61 yards. Shades of Rodrigo Blankenship if he makes this. Just, you gotta wonder. Fake field goal, maybe? I would say he's
This is
earned it.
not the game to fake it. This is not the moment.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, he might have
He
made it. He
sunk
made
it. He sunk it. He sunk that. He sunk it. Oh my goodness, from 61.
Golden horseshoe up his
Oh,
literal
from
ass, like I've said.
61. That is insane. I believe what's the NFL record? Like 63, 64?
It's 66.
That's gotta be a new collegiate record.
That's big. That's not big for the
Collegiate
outcome of the game.
Collegiate record is unofficial 70, official 68, I think.
Wow. What a way to
We're
end
throwing
this
it
game.
deep. See,
We're
there's
throwing it deep, pick,
nothing
Humphrey.
there. There's just nothing there.
He's got the Mickey
There's
now.
nothing
It's
anywhere.
over.
This
There's
is
nothing
just
anywhere.
the sad reality of playing Georgia.
Gets carried by him, really, for being honest.
A little bit of animosity, but
Oh, there's going to be
animosity.
after that. There's going to be.
yeah, I'm not one
After
to
the
disagree,
first
though.
pick, after the first pick, when I threw a green dot and somehow your corner's over the shoulder like that, nah, there's going to be some animosity.
Yeah, I'm not one to disagree with you there.
Trevor
McCard.
stopped. Oh man. Just well, my national championship pick is down the drain.
Sorry.
Okay, well, hey, we will say Dylan Sampson leads the nation in touchdowns. We're not counting any records from Georgia Southern this year. So Dylan Sampson, 23 touchdowns, leads the nation. You know, Tennessee going to call a timeout, make them punt the ball back. Oh man. Well,
You know,
at this
Georgia-
point, you just can't deny Georgia. They've come out. We thought it was going to be close between them and Florida. Blowout. We thought it was going to be close here tonight. Blowout. Honestly, I am nervous. I am crapping bricks if I'm Lucia. If he somehow gets beat by Jackson, then just terrible. But if I'm Lucia watching this, I'm crapping bricks. Dylan Sampson going to break off again.
You know, Dylan Sampson's had a good day. That's 15 rushes for 113 yards. He's done his part. Nico, maybe not. The offensive line in pass pro, maybe not. But it's come down to the defense. I think the Georgia offense has not been stopped in a time when they needed to be stopped.
Couldn't stop a parked car, and that's just not a recipe for success. Nico, swarmed by 3 guys, are going to be pulled out of bounds. 1:30 on the
So what were you
clock.
saying? You were talking about Lucia needs to be scared, or will be scared. Correct?
Yeah,
He's Rutgers. That's a Rutgers user.
yeah.
Rutgers versus
Um,
Georgia, that's just not a recipe for success. Maybe Lucia
Rutgers
is.
plays Syracuse. Rutgers plays Syracuse.
Yeah, we're not worried about Syracuse.
Rutgers may be the better, Lucia may be a better user than Masopes, but when it comes to the athletes on the football field, it's
The
nowhere
talent gap
close.
is ridiculous.
I mean, it may be a 12
There would be a
overall
better
difference.
chance of a D2 team beating Rutgers than Rutgers beating Georgia.
in real life on the game.
Both.
So you're basically writing Georgia into the national championship game.
Well, I mean, the
I
remaining
mean, he obviously
teams
is.
on
It's a
his-
90 overall team. There's just what can you do? He's got to make mistakes. He has to make mistakes for him to get beat.
The remaining teams in the bracket, I believe, Boise State if they can hold off against West Virginia, and then either Ohio State and Louisville, and then Rutgers. We're just, I mean,
I think we're
the
seeing
only team within that
no.
that can put up a fight is Ohio State. And I
think we're gonna
realistically
see a
just don't see
Louisville.
them getting out of Louisville.
I think we're seeing a Louisville Georgia national championship game.
Well, I called Louisville Tennessee, but apparently I was wrong. Touchdown Tennessee.
I mean, make it look better. You know what I mean? Sampson's had a game.
Yeah, he has had a good game. Malik Neighbors is hurt. It's lovely.
We do have a score. You guys got me?
We got you.
We do have a score alert in the West Virginia Boise State game. There was a pick by Boise State, and they fumbled it in the same play, actually, back to West Virginia. West Virginia then proceeded to drive down the field to score a touchdown. They're now within one score, 43-50, with 2:15 left, and they're going for the onside kick. I guess McCart is as well. We got two onside kicks at the same time. West Virginia does not recover the football.
In the
Too
one
early.
game that I've played West Virginia in, there were 130-something points scored in 3 quarters. West Virginia is not a defensive football team. And
All right. Well,
they
with
have a good
the
offense,
knee, the game is over. Final score: UGA 31, UT 20, and that will do it for the Tennessee Volunteers on their season. That is just a rough way to go out. As we're gonna turn. I'm gonna keep an eye on this Boise State West Virginia game because it is a 7-point game. But we're gonna do the post game interview here. Just we'll go to the losing coach first. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Coach McCard.
Yeah, bud.
You fought hard. You did it all season. Brought the SEC championship back to the hills of Knoxville, but in the end, you just didn't have enough to beat Georgia. You lost to them in the regular season, and you lose to them here in the end of your season. Talk to me about the growth of this team and the progress as we go into next season.
Just gotta make less mistakes and get better athletes. That's basically what it is, especially on the secondary. Gotta get better athletes. That's rush defense did their job today. Secondary has to get better athletes. Just a little too slow. Struggle. Obviously, it's hard to beat any caliber of a 91 overall team with a decent user, and that's what happened today. Too many mistakes, and that happened.
Let's open up the floor for questions.
Okay, McCard, the Kobe Bryant mentality, it just didn't work. I would have went with more LeBron James mentality myself.
Second quarter. No. Second quarter was just too costly.
Okay.
He's the biggest comeback of all time.
Are we
But that
in
has
college football pressure?
nothing to do with what the game's going
basketball
Come on,
pressure?
Pablo. But no, I just
What are we
too many
going to do in
mistakes.
the offseason
We're
to
gonna
not
secondary.
let that happen again?
Secondary has to get better. Secondary has to get better. Because I feel like
Secondary has to get better.
rush defense did fine. Rush defense held them in check, honestly. Secondary got abused. They're too slow. No, athleticism is not there, especially in the level of Georgia, so they got to get better there. Because I can lean on the run game, but getting behind like that, it's hard to lean on it when you're down.
I agree with you. The offense your offense didn't look terrible.
No, offense wasn't
24
issue.
points.
You know, just too many, just key mistakes, bad mistakes at really bad times.
That's it for me.
Just frustrating.
Tiger.
Well, first off, I'll just say the score update, it's 57-43. Shake just caught Shaq, and it's like 4th and 30. Anyways, McCard,
57-43.
you know, next season we have to reset, so you're going to have to play with the same team. But the good news is you'll be able to recruit. Oh, and they just picked them off. My question is, I'm sorry, I'm calling the game and review.
You're good, Tiger.
But my question is, if you face this team again next year with the reset, is there any chance, or is there anything you're going to do differently, perhaps, to win this game?
Lean on the run more. Just keep on going, I guess. Just lean on the run more, because you can't spread them 5 wide out. They got too many athletes for that to really even matter. Just got to lean on them run between the center and the guards, and just between the A-gaps, and just pound the football. Got to go old school. Got to be like Iowa.
All right. Well, we'll go over to the coach of UGA, but that game, the Sugar Bowl, has gone final. Final score: Boise State 57, West Virginia 43. Mason, since you're still in the playoffs, I guess reactions to that. A high-powered offense in Boise, reminiscent of the old 08-09 Boise State teams. Talk to me about how you're feeling about your next playoff opponent. You obviously have the most talented roster, but there's some questions. A lot of people are going to say, could the user outperform the roster? Talk to me about that and how you're feeling about this win here tonight.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the next game yet. We're going to rewind to a few statements from this past game. I got a coin in my hand right here, Hail State. And one side of this coin is Golden Horseshoe, decent user, bailed out.
Oh, it's
And
facts.
I
It's
get that.
it's facts.
No,
It's
no, no,
facts.
no. And I get that. I get that. I understand that. That side of the coin of me understands that and understands that I have a really good team. I had some luck come my way a few times, just like everybody has some luck come their way sometimes. Everybody has luck sometimes. It's not just my team. It's not just his team. Everybody has luck sometimes. And then the other side of that coin, though, is there's a lot of people in this damn league in D1 that if they play McCard with Georgia and he has Tennessee, they're not beating him. And I want that. People know that. That should be known. People know that. People say like that. That should be a known fact. There's a lot of people in this league that could use my team, go play McCard as Tennessee, and they're not beating him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just, there's just questions, and that's universal in every single like big online dynasty. The guy that plays is Georgia, and the guy that plays is Ohio State, and the guy that plays is Alabama. It's kind of like the guy that plays as the Warriors in 2K18. It's like just the guy that uses the best teams. There's always going to be questions about the user, like how if you rip the mask off, how good is the user? But I don't think you can deny it. I mean, he's taken what 2 in a row playoff games that were supposed to be barn burners and just blew both teams out of the stadium. I mean, it takes skill to do that. I mean, as we've seen, there have been bad users in this league with good teams that are not sitting here in the playoffs. So I just think that at this point, you just got to give a man credit where credit's due. Georgia's in the semifinals, but I'll open up the floor to Pablo and Tiger for questions for the head coach of Georgia.
Okay, Mason, I'm just going to say you played a good game. Played an awesome game, actually. Played a better game than you did against me, at least offensively. But what kind of adjustments did you make over the week to not go 3 for 5 for 30 yards with Carson Beck?
Just don't be so predictable. Like when there was some situations where it was like 3rd and 6 in that game and I ran the ball and sometimes I didn't get it and sometimes I did. And like also just be safer. Like I think going up against you, like I was a lot more aggressive in that first half and like just trying to be safer, make less mistakes, take safe plays, screen passes, drag routes, like, these small things and they'll eventually create big plays. That first play, though, of the game, man, god dang, bro. I think I almost broke my left hand on my chair, bro. Carson Beck got to make that throw. 99-yard touchdown. Like, that made me mad. But, yeah, just being more conservative, I guess, and it turned out to be more aggressive. I think I had 28 points scored in the second quarter, and that was more than enough.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. The being more conservative helps a lot with a team. When you're using a team like Georgia, when you're a team with a worse team, you have to be more aggressive to put points on the board. But with Georgia, you can take what the defense gives you, and then big plays happen just because of the athletes. But you played a really good game.
Thank you. Yeah, is that Boise State game over? Let's
Yeah,
I think we
State
should wrap
won.
this one up. Who won, Boise?
57-43 Boise.
So Boise State is going to the semis, and they'll play the winner of Ohio State and Louisville.
Yes.
All right. Well, GG, McCard.
Coach.
Jeez, bud, I still love you.
Yep. Love you.
I want to say I think Georgia is beating Louisville in the national championship game.
We're all buddies. Rip the Band-Aid off. It's a game, and we're gonna get mad. We're gonna throw controllers.
No, the
we're gonna
rivalry is
name
real,
call.
though. The rivalry
I mean, this is a
real.
rivalry.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you got to understand, though, like, this, I know that the situation's not like this for every team, but especially when you're playing as the team you grew up rooting for, and this is college football. This isn't like Joker picking the Lakers. Now, Joker's a very passionate Lakers fan, and I agree that Joker would treat this because he's the Lakers every time in our 2K franchise, but this is college football. The passion and the energy that you grow up with rooting for a specific team is unmatched across anything in sports. And that that applies to the people that you choose to hate too. I mean, you hate your college rivals more than anybody. So just understand that all the trash talk and the insults, like we're still buddies. No one, Mason and McCord aren't going to fight. They're not going to be flown out to the middle of the Smoky Mountains and have a daggum wrestling ring jumping off trees and grab. That's not happening unless they want to make it happen. In that case, I'll fly out and film it. But we will.
Director, we need to cut here.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
yes,
we'll
I
say
agree.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
say
yapping
as the
now.
head
I
coach of
agree.
UT, the only way Georgia loses is if they make multiple major mistakes. Not just one. They only made one tonight. It's going to take multiple major mistakes for the University of Georgia to get beat in this playoffs. That has to be said.
Anyway, yes, I agree. All right. Well, we're gonna shut the stream down here. Two quarterfinal games down. Two more to go. We've got Ohio State and Louisville, and then we've got Jackson and Lucia. So two down, two to go, and we will get to the semifinals. We'll bring you more action live here on the Hennessy Performance League YouTube channel. And we will sign off here. For Pablo and Tiger, I'm Hale State. We will see you guys later.